Hey, it's good to see you again. I'm so excited that you're going through this video series. I'm loving hanging out with you, and I really hope that you are learning a lot about yourself. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how criticizing ourselves and criticizing others only holds us back. That just means that we're feeling bad inside. You know what I mean? I mean, when I'm feeling really good, there's no way I'm like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? Or, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I suck. If I'm happy and I'm positive and I'm working on myself, then I'm like, dude, I'm so happy for her. And so I really want to help you get in touch with those feelings because, you don't have time for that. Like criticizing others and definitely criticizing yourself does nothing for you, does nothing for them. It does nothing to move you forward. All right, so take notes because this is the thing. When I've gone through video series like this, I'm like, dang it, I wish I wrote down what she said because I want to review it. Instead of criticizing others or yourself, I want you to motivate yourself and encourage yourself and others with praise. So instead of being like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. I'm the worst at this. Instead say, gosh, check me out. I'm totally trying. And good for me for actually doing what I've wanted to be doing for so long. Praise yourself. Or if you see someone succeeding, be like, oh my gosh, good for her. I'm so happy that she's happy because I really believe in karma. I really, really do. Like, when you want something bad to happen to someone and then something bad happens to you, you're like, oh my gosh, that was such karma. Number 2 is to speak to yourself like you would speak to others. So have you ever gone like, oh my gosh, you're looking in the mirror, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I am so fat. Would you say that to a friend? No. You wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, you're so fat. I don't think you'd be friends with her anymore. Or you're a failure. You wouldn't say that to a friend. So you need to love on yourself just like you would love others, okay? Really, it's huge. And you just need to love yourself because if you don't love yourself, you are not capable of giving that love to other people. And you just need to have a life full of love. Number 3 is, I want you to see yourself through the eyes of others, through the people that love you. Okay, if I could see myself through the eyes of my husband, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Like, I'm a lucky girl, I'm not gonna lie, but he thinks I am like, I'm everything. And that's so sweet. He thinks I'm beautiful and he thinks I'm smart and he thinks all these great things. On those days when I'm feeling like crap, I need to look at myself through Kevin's eyes because that's probably how I am. So see yourself through the eyes of the people that love you. And oh my gosh, you're gonna feel so much better. Here's another thing that's so important. You need to realize that you are human and that you're not perfect. I know, I'm sorry, I know. You are amazing. But guess what? We're human beings. And so we fail at things, we make mistakes, we do all that. All right, so I'm gonna sum this up and just let you know that criticizing yourself and criticizing others is just not going to move you forward. And I know that it's easy with social media and everything that's out there. We're always like looking at others and we're comparing ourselves. You have to know that social media, like what you see on Facebook, is everyone's highlight reel. Most things people put out there is like, look at me, check this out. And then what happens to us if we're feeling down in life? We're like, her life's perfect. No, it's not. She's just showing that. She's probably going through the same stuff you're going through. All right, so check this out. One way to stop criticizing yourself and criticizing others is to really just embrace those imperfections. All right, when you start to criticize others or you start to criticize yourself, here's something that I do and I would recommend that you do. If you start to feel down and you're like, oh gosh, who's your best friend? Who's your go-to person that picks you up and helps you reverse your thoughts, okay? So is it your best friend? Is it your spouse? Is it your partner? Is it your brother, your sister? Who is it? Another way to stop criticizing yourself and criticizing others is, of course, to work on yourself through personal development, reading positive books, self-help books, whatever you want to call them. But I literally listen to audios like every day when I'm working out, when I'm driving. I call my car my rolling university because if I'm always putting positive stuff in my head, then positive thinking is going on. And when those negative thoughts or self-criticizing thoughts come in, I'm like, oh, no, I don't have room for that because I'm working on myself. I want the same for you. Okay, and the last tip is to challenge what you are always thinking on the inside. So when those negative thoughts come in, okay, and you want to criticize yourself or you want to criticize others, challenge them and be like, why am I thinking this way right now? Oh my gosh, they haven't done anything to hurt me. I need to be happy for them. I don't need to criticize them or bad talk about them. Oh my gosh. Or what's going on with this thought? Why am I thinking about this right now about myself? I'm awesome. And how does Kevin think about me? How do my friends think about me? Gosh, that must be true. I'm just having weird things happen on the inside. That just means I need to get in touch with how I'm thinking. And so I hope these all helped you, because all of that criticizing of others and yourself is not doing anything or anyone any good, and you deserve to have awesomeness happen. You know that. You know that's how I believe, and that's how I feel about you. It's going to make you better, I promise. So don't give up, keep going, and I'll see you on the next video.